share my screen so that we can. Give me a sec. I'm going to share my screen with you just to explain how the platform works, like with graphics and so on. Like I said earlier on the call that we had, this is a flat piece of software, and okay. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to appreciate you for just taking the time to appreciate the little piece of contribution we're making to. Yeah, I mean, I've been sending these things out for weeks, and if people will just give us a thumbs up, but nobody really engages. So I'm really humbled that you're like taking it to heart, and I want to thank you for it. Okay, so this software, I've tried using several e-learning tools in the past to design online courses for for myself or for others. I've used WordPress, Learn Dash to do something like this. We tried something on WordPress Sensei, and then late last year, I registered on Kajabi. Kajabi is a really high-end software for creating courses. It does everything from creating the courses to generating a sales funnel, mailing lists and all that, and even creating the webinars that drive sales for the course that you create. So I registered on that, but it was when I registered on that that I designed the first course, how to design an online course, and the idea was to do it for people who want to design courses on Kajabi, and it was quite expensive to do because Kajabi runs at $149 every month, and for 2 months, yeah, and I ran it for 2 months, and in those 2 months, I had not finished and uploaded my course because the way Kajabi works is you have to create the course content, record the video, and then depending on your post-production demands, you can either record the video and upload instantly, or just record the video and do some post-production and so on before you upload. So usually it takes a while to design one course, and I had already recorded a bunch of these courses. That's some of the lessons on how to design an online course. I had recorded it, saved it on my computer, and then I decided that it was getting too expensive now to just maintain a platform. Though Kajabi is really high end and really cool, it has a website builder, and you have some degree of control on the interface, but not as much as WordPress. So I wanted something that was easier to just record your course and deploy very quickly. And this software just did that for me. All I have to do is record straight into YouTube and then connect the links to the course, and that's it. So it reduced the amount of friction. However, I'm taking a hit.
The audio network is breaking, so I can't really hear.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is it still breaking?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Is this better?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's better.
Okay, sorry about that. Where did I lose you?
Where you talked about the functionalities of Kajabi and
Okay.
how you needed to upload your content and
Okay. Well, suffice it to say, Kajabi was more flexible interface wise than this new software that I've picked.
okay.
But this is saving me more money. This is costing me about $10 a month per user,
Okay.
and I
The
have.
the mobile UI. This is much better than the mobile UI.
Yeah,
Mobile
this
UI was
is yes. The the this is the first version of the e-learning feature on this app.
okay.
You understand? So it's version 1. So there will be there will be a few things that may not work as well as it could, but as newer versions get released, I'm sure that it will get better. Um, the UI version, sorry, the mobile version. Well, I'm still juggling with the possibility of using a secondary e-learning platform. I'm still juggling with that possibility, But for now, I would go with this for now because it's helping me turn out the content that, like, I've been wanting to do this thing for months. In fact, to be honest with you, I've been talking about designing an online course for almost 3 years,
Oh,
and this is the like this has basically helped me to turn out. I think I have turned out about 4 online courses in the last 6 weeks.
yeah.
So it has kind of made it possible for me to easily deploy my online courses without all the wahala and friction of how I'm going to do it and upload and so on. Like right now, while I'm talking to you right now, I am recording our conversation, okay,
Okay.
straight into YouTube. And if for some reason I think this can make a great addition to one of my courses, I'll just go into YouTube, I'll edit it slightly, then I'll include it as a lesson in one of my courses.
Mm.
So you can see that the friction is greatly reduced for me while that's using this particular software, But for some other software, I would have needed to download the content, produce, edit a bit, upload to YouTube or upload to the server that's running the e-learning platform, and all that has a way of slowing things down, and you don't eventually execute. Okay, so let me not keep you. I know that this is data and resources are being consumed. So let me just dive in. I think when you came into the page the first time, this banner was different.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't there.
Okay.
There's a place
I
to
have a yeah. I have a sandbox. Let me see.
okay.
Hopefully. Oh gosh. Why is it not loading? Okay, so I have a sandbox version of this. Okay, I think
Okay.
my browser is misbehaving. I think because I switched networks.
Okay.
Switched networks. So let me see if the other. Sorry about the noise. Guys. Okay, thank you. I'm on a phone call. Okay, you guys should entertain yourselves without me.
I think a lot of work needs to go into the mobile version, bearing in mind that almost 80% of your users would have their first impression with their mobile devices than with their laptops or with their desktop devices.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And um, I'm even thinking like there are other platforms like this, you know, but we would explore the possibilities. We'll explore the possibilities, see how far we can make adjustments. I think the area that you're struggling, okay, let me go over this first, because first off, okay, so sorry, this internet snafu. Let me just change the browser that I'm using now. Let me change the browser I'm using so I can. Okay, can you see the page?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, are you using your PC or your phone?
My phone. I can zoom in, I can see it.
Okay, fine. Okay,
But
so
it's coming up as a desktop. I'm seeing desktop.
okay, all right. So you can see the banner. This was the old
Yes.
banner before. This was how the old
Yes.
banner looked. Then after we spoke, because every day I've been working on this interface. Every day I've been making adjustments to the content and the text and everything. So I now decided to make changes to the banner. So I changed the background. This is the template banner that came with the software. Okay, the one on the screen now. So I decided to look for something more, customized, and I changed this background and changed up the text and then the call to action. So instead of having pick a course, okay, I changed it to start a free course. So when the user clicks on this, it takes them to the available free courses. Yeah. So now I wanted to show you how this basically works. You told me that you're working on graphic for this header segment, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the header segment you're working on, and then you told me you're also working on the thumbnail. Is it this thumbnail?
Yeah, these ones for the courses.
Or something. Okay, let me open the course page. So is it this course thumbnail you're referring to? Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good. So okay, so this is how this platform works. So I'll just show you how it works. When I want to edit this, I just click the edit button, and then it opens up the website builder. So within the website builder, I can select the header. I just click on it. I can increase the height I can increase the height, top or bottom. I can type the text. I can change the text format. I can, of course, change the button link and so on. Then I can change the background.
Can you move this learning skill? Can you move it up a little?
Okay, that would mean I have to bring this up here, and then I have to now stretch the bottom. You understand?
Okay.
So you want me to have it somewhere closer to the top?
No, it's fine. It's fine this way. But can we increase the margin on the left? The margin is quite small of all the text elements.
Okay. I don't think we can, because I've actually been looking at how to make adjustments to this, and I haven't found anything yet. The only element I can
what if
change
we
is this.
what if we design the the copy, that is the text, into the web banner we are going to make. So the only thing that you need to activate there that should be clickable would be the
Is the
call
button.
to action. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just try this. I'm going to delete this text. I'm not going to save. I'll just delete the text. That is deleted, and that is deleted. So let me see if I can adjust the width of this button. So the button, okay. So if you place a graphic that has a call to action, maybe that is left oriented,
Yeah.
we can delete the text, we can delete the text itself, and
No,
then
we'll just leave space for the call to action.
then leave space for the call to action. So, okay, fine. Let's see the orientation of the content within the banner. Then it simply means that we'll have to figure out how to place the call to action.
Okay.
How to place the call to action. So it's still a bit clumsy, but of course we'll figure it out as we go along.
Definitely.
Okay, what happened here?
Then is it possible to, okay. I wanted to ask if it's possible to use a video as your thumbnail instead of an
Within
image.
content? Okay, let me see. Let me see. I haven't tried that yet. Sorry, let me just start over. Okay, I'm supposed to go into the, so when you say in the thumbnail, you mean within the main content area? Well, this only allows for images, but you
Okay.
can put a video within the body. For example,
Okay.
within this one, I created all this content is placed here. So I can actually come in here and drag an element into the
Into
interface
the,
here,
okay.
and then I can make this a video. So I can pick a video from YouTube. Sorry, let me get a YouTube video. Let's see, a YouTube video. Copy link address. Okay, so let me do set it up as an autoplay. Button, high player button. Okay, and then I can add the video. So I can set it up to autoplay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so I can set it to autoplay, and then maybe have some copy to the left or to the right of the, depending on what the content demands. So yeah, so you can add the video within the body, but the thumbnail, we won't be able to do that.
Okay.
At some point, I was hoping that we could add content for the list of courses, but that's not possible. So we have to do that within the after the course content. Add all this content here. Yeah. So it automatically plays.
Okay.
Okay. So question.
So for the main header, we can always maybe I'll try to make it in like two different dimensions. Like you said, that 1000, that 1900 by 500 be one. Then we
What
also
what
do.
what I was hoping, what I was hoping, so
Yeah.
that it's easier for you, is
Okay.
that like what we see here now, we
Okay.
could you could like take a screenshot of this image of
Okay.
this banner section, and then possibly do a ratio, like go into Photoshop
Aspect
and
ratio.
measure the aspect ratio of the artwork. But you can
Okay.
see that we have some degree of control over the height of the
For the banner.
banner. So if you think, okay, that this banner is a bit on the short side and you want us to increase it slightly while we're on this call, I can actually increase it slightly so that it matches maybe your idea of what the banner should look like, height-wise, and then I would save it. So when you get to work, you simply open up the page on your PC, do a screen grab, then select the header or the hero section, and then use that as the aspect ratio of the design, so that when we bring it in, you know, it's as close as possible to what we already have running.
Um, so I think this is good enough. I think this is good enough. I think this is cool. So let me check it on my desktop and see how it looks like.
Okay, okay. So later we'll try and see what is available with mobile. For mobile, okay, something is wrong here. Sorry. Let me refresh my page. For mobile, this is now the mobile experience is not as fun to look at.
Mm.
Like this is the mobile experience.
Okay, is the
It,
way you
it
edited the way you edited the elements in the desktop
yeah.
UI, is the mobile editable like that too separately,
No,
or
it's
is it? It's not.
it's not. That's one of the downsides of this platform. If I was using something like Elementor on WordPress, I would have been able to isolate those. However, there are some adjustments that could be made using CSS. There are some adjustments that could be made using CSS, you know, but to be honest, I tend to be very reluctant, okay, in making some of these adjustments because I want to see the raw feedback from the, you understand? I want to make some of these changes based on user data. So if users are struggling and we can see what's going on the analytics, like I spent the last 48 hours, no, not the whole 48 hours, but the last 2-3 days adjusting the analytics of this website. So I've been working on Google Search Console and on analytics to start gathering user data, so that when we start discussing making changes to the website, we can see from the analytics where the site is struggling to convert, so that we don't expend energy. Like right now, all of the effort that you're making to improve the aesthetics, like personally, I will support, okay, let's make the banner image for the landing page. You understand? Let's make it more welcoming or more imposing. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let it catch the eye of whoever comes here first, so that they're like, yeah, these guys, have something to teach me. Then when they go into the courses, maybe yes, you now add some graphics to the course thumbnails. It encourages them that something more can happen here. If we are to add more sales content to the body, like what we have here, the about this course section and so on, if we can add more character to it, you understand, then yes, we can add to that. By the time we finish doing all of those, I can get behind that effort so that I'm comfortable that it's not wasted effort on your part. You understand? I want it to be stuff that we're doing that isn't going to be effort that we're investing so much in, and then we're struggling to see some feedback from visitors on the website. So, you know, Sam, because for you, I want to assume, this is an assumption, I want to assume that that creating some of the elements, and and we also have control of changing the typography too. So if there are Google fonts that you think we should change, we have some control over font usage. So when you make some of these adjustments, and it maybe not in a massive way changes the user experience, but it just shifts it from a bland user experience to something that is minimalist, but you can see that it's classy.
Yeah.
You understand? So those slight changes are things that you are investing in the look and feel of the platform, but it's not something that is going to cost you so much time, and then we're struggling to see immediate user conversion. You know, you get what I mean? So
Yes.
like that's what I really want us to achieve, because like you asked me when we spoke earlier, why am I giving away this course for free? For example, in the time that we spoke, till, you know, between that time and now, like I said, I created, or I added a start free course button. When you click on it, it shows you all the free courses. You understand? So now, when people come here, they can now see, okay, there are at least 3 free courses, okay, and one of them would tickle someone's fancy. The idea is when they register for any of these free courses, we have their data. So we can now remarket all of the high-end or premium courses now to them. Yeah, so we kind of have data and we can talk to them directly. So it increases our chances of selling some of these high tickets, you know, courses, like this one for live streaming. There's another one for this one on how to design an online course, which is really not high price, but the price will go up soon. Yeah, because we're adding more content to it, you know, really soon, and so on. So what we want to do is bring in people. So when they come in to take the free course and they are seeing that the user experience is not, well, the eye candy is impressive, it looks good.
Yeah.
It's not like crazy massively good, but typography is great. Some of the graphic elements there speak of, you know, quality, and you're saying, okay, we can teach you something, they would believe it, and then they'll register for the course. Now, when we start harvesting these conversions, you know, then we can now start seeing some actual user data that we can start reselling to, and creating some revenue, all from some of the slight changes that are being made that that are not necessarily going to cost you so much of your productive or billable man hours. You understand? Then later on, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there.
Okay. So later on, we can now begin to talk about, okay, if we're staying with this software, okay, what massive changes can we make to the mobile user experience? The next version of this software will be released by October, which is a few months away. So by then, we can now look at that version and say, have they made significant changes to the mobile user experience? Or are we going to start considering using another, you know, platform? so we can now begin to explore those options. And then where user experience is concerned on mobile, which one works best? And of course, we also have to consider the workflow for generating these courses. Is the workflow on those platforms going to cripple the ability of the creators to generate content and add to the body of work they already have? So these are the kind of considerations that I'm making, so that we don't make a switch to a new platform and kill the momentum that the one you already have is building. So those are my concerns, but by and large, I believe that the adjustments that we're making right away, even if they are very slight, will significantly improve the quality and the prestige of the platform. Like I told you earlier, I have not engaged. The last graphic designer I hired was in 2018. I hired the guy in 2018. He worked for about 3 weeks and then he quit. You understand? And I'm like, okay, so what's the big deal? And like I had 2 successive graphic designers in 2018. The first one worked for roughly 4 months.
Okay.
Then I think he quit. And then I got the second guy. He worked for 3 months. Now, the first guy wasn't massively skilled, but at least he was there consistently. Second guy, I had to go and poach him from an art school. Okay, yeah, from O2 Academy.
O2 Academy, okay.
Yeah, I poached him from O2 Academy. He just finished, and I hired him like 2 months or so after he had graduated. He came in, worked for a bit, and then said, well, he couldn't continue anymore. And I'm like, okay, so what's up with all this now? You understand? So I just really got tired of the hassle about getting a designer. And if I really need a designer, I'll outsource. If I have somebody that is willing to work closely with us and build stuff, great. I got 2 graphic designers to serve as our kind of like on a partnership, not partnership really, but I put them on standby. So in case we have projects, they are the ones that liaise with the clients on our behalf. You understand? But that too hasn't worked out, because I think it's a struggle for graphic designers within Nigeria to actually have a structured working arrangement with anybody, because already the Nigerian working environment is very hostile towards creative people. So it's a struggle. So I'm trying to understand all of that and get the right mix, you understand, the right arrangement that will work for everyone, so that no one is feels like they are being taken advantage of. And that's why I'm taking this position of let's do adjustments to the interface that are not so heavy that by the time you've invested X amount of time and the pressure begins to dawn on you, you don't start feeling like pulling out. I want something that is easy for you to contribute, and at the same time we start seeing some great user feedback from how people are engaging on the website. Even we ourselves look at the website and feel like, yes, this is something that we can really get behind and drive really hard with adverts and other promotions. I have someone that just featured me on her magazine. Let me show you the okay. Let me share the screen. So she just sent me the first draft of my article. And she asked me for, she said that she wanted to advertise. She wanted to advertise. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so she said she wanted me to add an advert for something. So I felt, instead of advertising the agency, let me advertise the free course. You understand? Because I want more people to sign up, and I want more user data. So this is the article.
Oh.
All the red is me proofreading the article and making some adjustments. So she's supposed to publish it by next week, I think. So this is the article, and at the end of the article, she places a full page ad for us to use to promote something. So that artwork you saw earlier today was one of 4 designs that I created on Canva.
Okay.
So let me open them. Oh, sorry, one moment. Let me see if I can get the compilation. So I just quickly did it, and because she basically was trying to tell me that the design that she puts on the first draft was more or less like a placeholder.
Okay.
It was a placeholder, and she wanted me to put up something. She wanted me to put up something more to my taste. So even she herself, she had to design that magazine herself, because she's been struggling too with designers, and she's not a designer. So you can see that a lot of people are struggling with engaging designers. Okay, so
that's the problem, and if you can create a solution around that and monetize, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking of something around that, but it's still in concept phase. So this is the first option that I did. It's a series of options. This is the first, then this is the second and third. I think is the third one that you saw.
Yeah.
This is the second one on the left, and then this is the last one. So I just sent her all 4 and told her, okay, just choose the one you like. Then I decided, okay, since I have all these assets that I just created, let me, publish them on WhatsApp stories and on Facebook and Instagram. So that's what I did this morning, and you saw that. So, so you can understand the transition from, okay, I'm reviewing I'm reviewing an article that is supposed to go live, to designing a poster that wound up on WhatsApp that got your attention. So I'm trying to kind of first things first, like what I've been working on is, first of all, create the platform and the products that we can push traffic to. Now that we have a platform, and at least we have some products that people can subscribe to or buy and watch and learn something from. Now it's about, okay, is there anything else that we can do to make the user experience so good that it converts? So is there something we can do to improve this user experience so that when we'll arrive here, they naturally respond to the flow of traffic. They get here, oh, they want to take a free course. They click on the button naturally. They read the content, they see the graphics. It kind of guides them along the way, subconsciously, not overtly, but simple subconscious prompts that tell them, look, you're in a quality environment, and whatever you're getting or you're investing into consuming this content will pay off. Will pay off. So that's really what I'm interested in seeing, how we can contribute slight improvements to the platform that massively improves the value of what people see and how they respond to it. So what do you think of my position on this now? Because I know that there are lots of things that we could change and improve, but I don't want us to exert ourselves so much that at some point it doesn't make economic sense to continue to invest so much effort and energy into the change when we are not seeing commensurate returns where revenue is concerned. So I really want us to pick and choose our battles and make the right changes to the interface. So what do you think? Hello, it's like your mic is still muted.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So it's either of two things. It's either we just make do with the mobile version we have and just work on the elements in terms of the placeholders for the courses, just the thumbnails. That's all. Then for the desktop version, we also work on this main header banner. But taking into cognizance that the way the software optimizes the header banner into the mobile version, it kind of crops it right in the middle. So we can design, we can try to manipulate the design such that when we view it on the mobile too, it makes some sense. We can arrange the elements in that kind of nature.
Okay. Does the now when we take into account that it's possible that the mobile version will mess with the banner, can we consider simply focusing on graphics? Then typography can now be a Google font adjustment to the type, just a simple horizontal type. Okay, just like what we're seeing here. But we now say, okay, let's pick the right Google fonts that will complement the graphics, so that you can set, like on your editor, you can create the layout. Okay, but all we get is the layout without the type. So what we now do is we come into this and now get the Google font. We import the Google font into the interface and then place it within the banner. But since we're talking about typography now, would it equally be beneficial to make adjustments to the typography, just like we're going to be creating a banner with unique typography? Would it be an improvement to equally explore making changes to the overall typography of the interface? Because in user experience, you don't need to use more than 2 or 3
font types.
Yeah, font types. So if that rule is being observed in this case, we're going to be using basically the same font type in the banner image as it is in other parts of the interface. So if we are going to change that, so that simply means you're going to be looking at how to choose the right font that corresponds with all the other type content on the interface on the website, so that we can have an overall adjustment to the fonts. So if we need to import the Google font, because this allows us to import Google fonts.
Google fonts. Okay, so I think the font on the body of the text is not too bad. I'm guessing this is Lato or Calibre. I can't really place the hold on it.
Let me see.
But for the header,
let me see, because it's actually it's all Source Sans Pro.
Okay.
All of it is Source Sans Pro.
Source Sans Pro. Okay, nice.
Yeah, Source Sans Pro. And then
Okay, we
the
can.
serif font is play fair display.
Okay. Okay, we can make the header of the copy, that is learner skill. We can make it a
Okay.
little bit thicker. We can just use the bold version of this, or we simply change the font to Montserrat.
Okay, we change the font to Montserrat bold.
Montserrat.
Okay. Let me see if we can. Oh, no, wow. Have to. Let me see. How do you embed this code? Font 2.7. Let me see if I can do that very quickly.
Okay.
Montserrat. Okay, Montserrat here. So embed is there. So you want the Montserrat bold? Which of them?
We can
Extra
use
bold.
the
Black 900.
we can use the black. Let's use the black 800.
Okay. There's black 900. There's extra bold 800. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Embed. Let me see if this will work. Life is supposed to be easy. Oh. Please work. Sorry, let me start again. Title. Oh, what happened? Did something change?
Yeah, I think something changed.
Yeah, it changed.
It's actually
Changed to
changed.
Montserrat.
Yeah.
Oh, I added it 3 times. Let me delete the extra. So that seems to have worked, and that affected it affected all the
fonts.
header. Yeah, these are title fonts. So all the header
Is
fonts.
this the bold 800, the bold
Yeah, that's
the
the one
extra bold 800?
yes, that's the one I added. This is
And
it now.
it still appears like
Montserrat weight 800 display swap, blah, 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 blah. That's what it did.
maybe we should use black 900.
Okay, let's try that. Okay. Let's see. Let me delete this first and then add it again. I think it's okay. Fonts. Okay. So it's adding both 800 and 900 within the style. Let's see how the software handles that request. Okay, so it's just one single Montserrat. Okay, maybe we can select the font and make it bold. Let me see if that is okay. Let's see. Font family.
Ideally, you're supposed to add the family.
Let's see. It's weird. Okay, so this is what we have, Sha.
Okay.
This is what we have. Maybe later we'll explore What else we can
And there's no way we can add an outline to it from here.
outline? What kind of outline? Like a font outline?
I don't think it's possible for me.
No, it's not possible with this particular builder. I don't think it is.
Okay.
I don't think it is. It's at times like this that I miss Elementor and do all these snazzy adjustments. Okay, let me move this. Okay, so all the headers, all the H1 to H6 are now
And now I'm on
Montserrat, and the menu items are also Montserrat.
Okay.
Okay. Is the height of this banner okay, or is it going to be taller? Is what you're working on supposed to be taller based on what you see on my screen?
Based on what it depends. It depends. But I feel this is not too bad because even most social media websites always have very long banners in terms of aspect ratio, not too fat or
Okay.
long. So,
Okay.
so it just looks like a header banner.
Okay.
But I just feel again the position of the call to action. So in
where do you want it? Bottom?
it should be under the text. So we have a good hierarchy.
Yeah, let me see if I can make that work. Yeah, done it.
So that means we have to move.
Why are you talking to me, Daddy? Daddy.
Yeah, baby.
Who are you talking to?
I'm having a meeting, but don't worry, I'll tell you later, okay?
My regards.
Will do. Okay, so yeah.
If we can balance out the space such that the text is centered at the middle, right in the middle, all our elements are centered at the middle of the banner.
Okay, the middle of the banner.
Yeah, so there's more space on top than below.
Okay, so
if we,
how about this?
Yeah, okay, fine. This is better.
Okay.
Better. Then that empower yourself today. What font size is it?
This is I think 14.
Can we make it 18 or 16?
This is 18.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So the
move it up a bit?
The bold face. So I move it up like move it closer to this.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
No, it's at its limit.
That's its limit. Okay, no problem. Then can we make our okay, it's fine. Can we make our call to action button a little bit bigger?
Let me see. It's already the largest size.
That's the largest size.
But let me see if increasing the font height or font size would help. Okay, let's see if we can make it 24. Okay. How about?
Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
Do you have okay, no problem. I'll work on that. You got this stock image from what website?
This is on no, this is Pexels.
Raw pixels.
No, Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S.
Okay. we can just have like a sort of vignette effect on the banner such that the side where the text is on is a little bit more blurry and darker.
Yeah,
They can give contrast to the text.
there's a
And,
limited like this is the one with no effect. You can see this. So what we have is big inset shadow. This is the highest. So it's either we just take the graphic and mess with it, but then again, when you start changing device sizes, that vignette begins to disappear.
I get. No problem. I'll work on that.
Okay.
What's this? Okay, so can we go back to the user mode, or to the viewer mode rather?
Okay. All right. This is the viewer mode.
Okay, look at that. Can we scroll? Okay, so this meter by the side shows how much courses you've completed per time, right?
Okay, this it shows
The one
the
that,
points.
yes.
It shows the points because the courses can actually also be configured to award points to the when they complete a section and take a brief quiz. So if you take the quiz or if you engage in the community, like each course has a mini forum, has a forum where people who have taken the course can come in and talk about the course, ask questions or contribute. So when they do that, they get awarded points by the software. So the more points they earn, you know, this meter increases. And then it ranks you based on what somebody else has scored. So if somebody else is higher than you, you just you see the current rank that you're on.
Okay. Can we add a very tiny call to action button to the courses?
That's to this
knowing
view.
Fully, yes, to this view. Knowing fully well that fine, the main title of the courses are hyperlinks, but then just a small, maybe like proceed to course or start course.
Okay, it's limited. We don't have that ability here. Okay. You see these controls here to tell you what you can activate on
what you can activate.
Yeah, on the platform or not. So
okay. So I think that's basically it. Let's just work on the header and on the thumbnails. Then let's see how it goes from there.
All right, no wala. We'll set up the thing as soon as you send it in, and then we'll see what we're doing on our end. We're working on the SEO and other things that should help improve searchability and help us convert more people.
Cool. All right, no problem, sir.
All right, thanks. So thank you so much.
Sir. Thank God, sir. So I'll send them in. I'll start work on them as soon as I get power. So let's see before this time tomorrow.
All right, that would be brilliant.
All right. Okay, sir.
All right,
Have a great day, sir.
You too.